YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over why I believe Dwayne Haskins will emerge in his sophomore season. Now before we get to today's video, I just want to say I know this topic is very controversial, and I know a lot of people isn't going to agree with me, which is totally fine, especially with all the Giants fans and Eagles fans and every other team besides the Washington Redskins fans are going to be watching this video too. So I understand why you guys won't agree with me fully. But this is just my opinion, why I believe my quarterback and our Washington Redskins quarterback will emerge in his sophomore season and be the best quarterback from this past year's rookie class. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you can notify when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. So let's get straight into today's video.
What we do here is go back.
Now, like we start every video, you know I have to give some background knowledge about the current player that we're talking about. So who is Dwayne Haskins Jr.? Dwayne Haskins Jr. was born May 3rd, 1997 and is an American football quarterback for our Washington Redskins of the National Football League. He played his college football at Ohio State University, where he threw for 50 touchdowns during his long starting season in 2018, making him one of the few quarterbacks to ever accomplish that in a single NCAA season. For that, he won several Big Ten Conference awards and was named as a finalist for the Maxwell Award and Heisman Trophy. In addition, he was also named MVP of the 2018 Big Ten Football Championship game and 2019 Rose Bowl game. He was drafted by the Redskins in the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Now, Dwayne Haskins was born in Highland Park, New Jersey, but he spent most of his years in Maryland, more specifically Potomac, Maryland, and then attended Bullis High School in Potomac, Maryland. That is a funny story because none other than the Washington Redskins owner, Daniel Snyder's son, also attended Bullis with Dwayne Haskins Jr. Now, some say that is the only reason why Dwayne Haskins was really picked by the Washington Redskins, because of Daniel Snyder's son, and Dwayne Haskins and him shared the same high school. Now that could be a controversial topic for itself, but that's a lot of people's theory, saying that that's the only reason why the Washington Redskins drafted say Dwayne Haskins. Maybe that is true, but who knows. Now, during the draft season last year, we did not know that Jay Gruden and Daniel Snyder wasn't on the same page about this quarterback frenzy last year, because we know Alex Smith went down with a gruesome leg injury and we needed a new quarterback for the future. But normally the front office would be on the same page about drafting a set quarterback, but Jay Gruden wanted Daniel Jones and Daniel Snyder of course wanted Dwayne Haskins, and of course our owner says going to override the coaches say. So we really knew Jay Gruden did not really want Dwayne Haskins, as we seen in the 2019 season. As the way every time a reporter asked about Dwayne Haskins, we seen the way he carried himself. Oh, he's not ready or whatever. You know how Jay Gruden was last year. He just did not want Dwayne Haskins, and he made it as clear as possible without actually saying, I don't want Dwayne Haskins. I mean, come on now. In training camp, he had him practicing with the second team. Even during the season, he had him practicing with the second team. He never gave Dwayne Haskins any reps with the ones. So how did you expect him to get better over the season? Obviously, Case Keenum and Colt McCoy were the front runners of the getting the starting job last year. And although he tried to make it seem like it was a competition, he already had his mind made up about Dwayne Haskins. He really did not want Dwayne Haskins, and I tried to make that as clear as possible, because some people feel as though it's Dwayne Haskins is the reason why he's wasn't getting the shine last year. But it wasn't Dwayne Haskins. It was just the coaching that did not want him on that team. Now, we know what transpired last year. The team started off 0-5. Jay Gruden from week 1 didn't make Dwayne Haskins the starter. He even made Adrian Peterson, who was coming off a phenomenal season with the Washington Redskins, he made him a healthy scratch week 1 versus the Eagles. So from the jump of the 2019 season, it was a little fishy. So Jay Gruden, within the first 6 games of the season, he was out of there, and I'm happy that it happened, because he was really sabotaging Dwayne Haskins' career. Now, let me sit back here and talk to you guys for a second about Dwayne Haskins and why I believe he will emerge in his 2020 campaign. Now, let me talk about Dwayne Haskins versus Daniel Jones for a second, because these guys will be getting compared for the rest of their careers. For probably 20 plus years from now, they will be getting compared, because most say that Dwayne Haskins should have been a Giant, and others say Daniel Jones should have been a Redskin. So they're going to be getting compared for the rest of their career. So let me sit back and say this. For all the Giants fans that says Dwayne Haskins is not better than Daniel Jones is literally better than Dwayne Haskins. Let me tell you guys something. Daniel Jones was supposed to have a better season than Dwayne Haskins, which he did. He was put in the better situation from Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins' coach did not even want him. He didn't put pieces around him that helped him become better as a player. The dude literally didn't have any help. He was set up to fail. So Daniel Jones was supposed to have a better season than one Dwayne Haskins. And if he didn't, that would literally just make the Giants be like fools that they are. Because last year during the draft season, every single Giants fans was pissed, I say, when they drafted Daniel Jones. So with Daniel Jones being in the better situation, not so much better as far as the on-field play, but the coaches, they wanted Daniel Jones. So he was put in a better situation to succeed, in which he did in some games. He had a better rookie campaign than Dwayne Haskins. He was supposed to. That is what literally set him up to have a better season than Dwayne Haskins. Because if he didn't, it would be a problem. Dwayne Haskins was set up to fail, and that's what you guys fail to realize, because you guys want to be Giants fans and want to be biased. You guys don't want to be upfront and honest about and say, Dwayne Haskins, you know what, Dwayne, we can't really judge Dwayne Haskins and Daniel Jones. This is really, their sophomore seasons is really their rookie year and their first year playing, because we can't compare Daniel Jones to Dwayne Haskins just yet, just because he was not put in the same predicament as one Daniel Jones. Let's take a look at Dwayne Haskins' stats from his rookie year. He only started in a handful of games. He had 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He had 1,300 passing yards. His completion percentage was a 58.6. His passer rating was a 76.1, and he had 101 rushing yards. That is some solid stats considering the fact that you only started a handful of games. You know what I mean? Dwayne Haskins towards the end of the season, and I know a lot of people like to say you can't hang your hat high on those last 3 games, but what else do we have to judge him off of? One season, and not even one full season. He played a handful of games. Like I said, down the stretch last season, he started to feel himself. He started to play great, and if he didn't get hurt towards the end of the season, I mean, I'm pretty sure, he would have continued that game versus the, Giants, where he went 7 for 7 on the opening drive, but nobody never wants to talk about that. LOL. But I mean, if he never got hurt and you guys didn't put a hit out for Dwayne Haskins, I'm pretty sure we would have won that game in a blowout fashion. Because, I mean, of course it was going back and forth, but the way that Dwayne Haskins was dialed in that game, I'm pretty sure we would have got the edge on you guys. But we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about his stats for a second here. 7 for 7, or 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions is an equal ratio, of course. I mean, he can tone down on interceptions, but some of those interceptions came in when he was not even prepared. Week 4, they just threw him in the fire because Case Keenum somewhat got hurt. They didn't sub him out, but we know he subbed him out, but they just wanted to make up a story saying that he got hurt or something. So week 4, he was just thrown in the fire versus the Giants, and he threw 2 interceptions. So there goes 2 interceptions right there. And then the week we played the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Once again, he was thrown in the fire, and he had a horrible game. When you give Dwayne Haskins time to prepare, that is when he's at his best. But when he's just thrown in the fire, just like any other quarterback, When you're thrown in the fire and you're practicing with the twos, you're not getting no reps with the ones the whole week leading up to game day, of course you're going to be horrible when something oddly goes wrong with the quarterback, or he just plays poor to the point where he gets subbed out. Of course you're going to play horrible because you're just thrown in the fire. You're not ready. But then when you give Dwayne Haskins, as he's shown down the stretch of last season, when you give him time to prepare, he can kill you. He can kill you. The dude is talented. His arm talent is literally one of the best in the game. He has great accuracy. He has really good speed for a guy that's 6'5", and he's a thick boy. He's not a little one. He doesn't come small. Let me pause on that let me pause on that. He's a big dude. He's a big dude. He doesn't come small, and he's really, really, really athletic for his size. I know you guys remember the read option that he ran versus, I want to say it was Philadelphia, where he ran for at least, I want to say, like 40, 50 yards on that play. Come on, man. Dwayne Haskins is literally gifted. And when you give this guy weapons around him and you give him time to prepare, he can literally kill you. Now, let me get into another reason why I believe he will emerge in his sophomore season. Steven Sims, Terry McLaurin, Kelvin Harmon, Antonio Gandy-Golden, Thaddeus Moss, Hale Hedges. Maybe we can even throw Jeremy Sprinkle in there. Antonio Gibson. When you give this guy weapons, he didn't have that safety blanket to just throw it up to whenever he, needed to, or felt like he just trusted him well. Yes, I guess you can say Terry McLaurin somewhat towards the end of the season, starting through the Jets game. But at the beginning of the season, who did he trust? Who did he trust? No one. Or when that first time he got in the game, week 4, who did he trust? No one. He literally had no one to throw the ball to last year, but this year is a whole different story. We literally have a new offense that favors Dwayne Haskins' skill set, because we know he loves to sling that ball around, and we're running the Air Coryell offense. Is really a vertical passing system that really requires a lot of passing, which Dwayne Haskins loves to do, and you're filling him up with weapons. Terry McLaurin, Kelvin Harmon, Steven Sims. Must I go on again? Antonio Gibson, who can play wide receiver and halfback, and AGG. He has weapons now. So this is why I'm expecting big things from Dwayne Haskins in 2020. I know you guys have been seeing his Instagram posts of him working out nonstop every single day. The man looks good. He looks like he's in shape, and he is ready for the season. Whenever it starts, if it does start, I believe Dwayne Haskins will be ready, and he will be killing it in 2020. Dwayne Haskins is set for a breakout season, and I know him and Lamar Jackson are two different players, and obviously Lamar Jackson is the better of the two, but I feel like Dwayne Haskins will have that Lamar Jackson story. Now let me clear up before I say what I mean by that. Let me clear up what I mean. Dwayne Haskins and Lamar Jackson is not the same player, so I don't want you guys thinking I'm trying to compare them to in the sense of them being the same player. The reason why I'm comparing them to is because when they both came in the season, or both came in the league, it wasn't a lot of expectation. People thought Lamar Jackson was going to be wide receiver, and what did he turn out to be? MVP. Dwayne Haskins, not a lot of people had faith in him coming in the season and calling him a bust and believing that he's not good. Now, what is he going to do in his second season? It's a question mark. But in my opinion, I feel as though now he's going to have a Lamar Jackson effect, where his first season he didn't do so well, or people just didn't think he was going to be something, and then in his second season he takes off. Am I saying it's going to be an MVP season? No. I believe he can get to that point, but I'm just thinking he's going to have at least a Pro Bowl season next year. Now, that's my hot take. Dwayne Haskins will have a Pro Bowl season next year. Why? Because he has weapons. He has a solid offensive line. Now, left guard is still a question mark, but other than that, we have Pro Bowler Brandon Sheriff. We have Morgan Moses, when healthy, is probably the best right tackle, because I know a lot of people like to give Morgan Moses the blues for holding a lot, but it could be a lot worse, guys. So Brandon Sheriff, Morgan Moses on the right side, center Chase Roulier, who holds it down. Maybe you can throw Ross Pittsburgher in there too. Left guard, I guess you could say Switzer or maybe Wes Martin. And then left tackle, we're hoping Sadiq Charles could be it. So he has protection, and when he has time, you see what he does to defenses. He carves them up. Once again, Philadelphia game, he carved them up. Once again, Giants game, 7 for 7 opening drive, 2 touchdowns. First quarter, carved them up. When this guy has time, he's literally unstoppable. His progressions are well. He has accuracy. He has great hands, or should I say great arm strength to get the ball downfield. And he just loves when he has weapons on the field because he can just play hot potato with the ball. As always, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Redskins, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, Dwayne Haskins will emerge in his 2020 sophomore campaign, and I gave you my reasons for it. As always, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. The floor is yours. Why will Dwayne Haskins, or why will he not emerge in 2020? Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. I gave you my thoughts on it. Now the floor is yours. Hell to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications. I'm out. Peace.